Good afternoon. Today I'm here to talk about the social issues that are concerned with today and how it can be solved. In India, there are many social issues happening right now, and selecting only one social issue is really very difficult. And besides this, finding an instant solution is also really very difficult. In my point of view, the very important social issue, that is significant social issue, is water pollution. I know it's a very real common topic, but very important for our future generation. Let us take a moment. Let us take a moment that how we as a generation have contributed our growth of pollution. There is no one in particular whom we can blame and say that you are only responsible for pollution of water. You are only responsible for pollution of water. But the whole humankind is responsible for the pollution of water. So, what do you think is the most essential component of nature that had made life possible on earth? Fire? No, not a chance. Food? No, people can live without food but not without water. Air? No, not a chance. Or oxygen? Not really. It's the water which have made life possible on earth. Water pollution is a very serious environmental issue that we are facing now in present generation. So almost 75% of our earth's surface is covered with water, but though all of it cannot be used by living organisms. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Every living organism depends on water either directly or indirectly. Nowadays, we can see demand for water in almost all purposes, from drinking to domestic purposes like washing clothes, bathing, and everything, for industrial purposes also, and for agriculture purposes also. Most of the available water is diverted to urban residential and commercial areas, and no water is left to go to rural areas. A very sad thing. So, if you save water, water will save you. If you kill water, then think that you are also dead. What do you think is a major cause of water pollution? Do you think we humans? Yes, really. Especially the major cause of water pollution is industries who dump waste in huge water bodies. They are really responsible for water pollution. The dump which is disposed in the water contain high toxin chemicals which is harmful for aquatic animals. They consume this water and they are dead. And after few years, there is even a research that fish may also become extinct in next generation. The next major reason for water pollution is usage of pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture purposes. And if the discharge is not regulated properly, these pesticides would mix with large water bodies like rivers, lakes, artificial lakes, any natural lake. And when humans consume this packed water, it would have a negative impact on their health too. This polluted water is home to bacteria and germs. Thus, they carry waterborne diseases like cholera, diarrhea, and many more similar diseases like cholera only. Similarly, they also contaminate underground water. How means when these pesticides go deep into the soil or move through the soil is also contaminated and the underground water is also destroyed. With increase in population, lot of usage of soaps and detergents have also increased, which also pollute water. And as per the Hindu rituals, people should immerse the ashes of the human being's body into the holy river, and a large number of devotees also take bath in that river, which really pollute the holy water. Example, we can say Ganga river, which is most famous place for immersing the ashes of the human body. So we can see that nowadays The day by day, nowadays, day by day, the water need is increasing with each day passing out. A single organization or a single government or a single individual, can they do anything with water pollution? No. We should all do it collectively if unity leads to discipline. So, the solution to water pollution is dilution. To begin with, we can set sewage treatment plants in every city. On individual level, we can also do a little bit to control water pollution. For example, we can say no to plastic, as these remains in our own water bodies for thousands and thousands of years. We should also try limiting the usage of bleaches and detergents as it pollute water, and if necessary we can use environmental friendly detergents and bleaches also. We can also take basic careful steps like close the tap while brushing, use minimum water for washing clothes, using buckets instead of showers. We should also minimize the usage of chemical fertilizers in agriculture fields. We can also reuse and recycle water. How can you think? Just it's simple. Waste from the water, that is waste water coming from the kitchen, can be used for watering plants or do gardening, so that water is not wasted anywhere. Growing trees, that is afforestation, is also a very good idea, as helps in maintaining groundwater. How means they bind the soil and they also purify the water through their roots. Rainwater harvesting is also a very good method which is installed in almost Gujarat. That's the reason Narendra Modi is today Prime Minister of India. Canals and dams can also be constructed in areas where there is heavy rainfall, and this water can be diverted to many areas which are scarce of water, as it is said that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a only single small step. So, if we take initiative to implement such small steps, we will definitely cure the water scarcity problem in our India. And it is very essential for us to start a lifestyle which does not contribute to water pollution. We want water to survive, and if we want to live in this world, we have to save water. So, to make the world a better place for the upcoming generation, we should start doing from now. If there is no water, there will be no life in earth, and if there is no life, there is no blue in our earth, and if there is no blue, there is no green also. Thank you.
Protect the girl child. Say no to child abuse. Girl children are precious. You would have heard this many times, but how many of you have heard protect the boy child? Say no to child abuse. Boy babies have the same feelings too. They need to be protected as well. So when you see a boy child with a stranger, you think that the child is safe. A boy baby is taken to a far off place by a man or a woman. Yet we believe that the boy is safe because of the gender. He's a boy, he's safe. But do we know that the abuse of boys is a global epidemic? Boys who go through childhood abuse are not able to raise their hands and say, "Me too." They are not able to raise their hands and say, "Me too," because they are afraid of being judged. Men never open up about abuse because they are depressed. They are men. They cannot express their feelings in our society. They cannot cry. They cannot tell. 80% of the American adults who are depressed are the survivors of childhood abuse. The pedophiles take control of them and they change their lives and put them into endless trauma. And they have to go through this so silently, all alone, and not being able to tell that even to their parents, even to their partners, which result in the breakup of relationships, and they are not able to live a normal life at all. There are millions of men who have faced such abuse. They suffer silently every single day. They suffer from addictions, and the society has been designed in such a way that men don't express their feelings. The pain is the same, the trauma is the same, the gender is different. It may be a boy child or it may be a girl child, but the emotions they experience are just the same. We have to understand, dear parents and society, men need to cry. Men need to cry. Boy babies will have to be protected, just like the girl child. Protect the boy child too.
I welcome you all to present here on my topic corruption. We mean that any representative of dishonest or immoral behavior or bribe which results in the gain of a powerful organization or the people at the higher power. There are different group of people who take corruption on the name of extortion, nepotism, etc. A bribe involves a payment which is made by any official for the exchange of the use of official powers. There are many ways to fight for corruption. First, effective law enforcement, and the government should have a strong legal framework. Citizens must empower the government to make accountable and must have mutual trust between them. International financial system should be undertaken and scanned and each and every part of money, whether by a corrupt official or financial institution. Last but not the least, the traditional of government of expenses should be freedom and accessible by each and every individual so that there could be a cubic corruption. It is continues to be a significant problem in the world largest democracy and sustainable for business operator. It is an violation to certain people's right and privilege. If I want to work and make my work faster to be done, I should give a bribe to a higher authority and to make work done faster. This risk-taking price of each and everything is due to the corrupt people. For the middle age and poor people must understand the problem of the being higher rates in the market for their needs and wants. The biggest problem of society is corruption. All necessary steps must be taken to eliminate this devil. The other name of devil is the corruption for me. And that it can only happen when there is a unity and strength. If people comes in unity and they're not taking any corruption and the pledge will be taken, then only India will become the corrupt-free India. For example, there is a story, Bolaram's Soul, written by Yashpal, which is based on corruption. Last but not the least, I pledge myself by neither giving bribe nor taking bribe from any higher authorities. Thank you.